Kat Long, and you're on to TV Afrique. We're joining the INEC chairman again to get more updates on the elections results. We're going back into the collation room. Thank you and stay with us. Okay, basically, we before now we heard results from three states, which is the Oshun, four states, three states today, one yesterday. Yesterday was Ekiti. Today we had Oshun, Ondo, and Kwara. And basically, after the results, we got some reactions from agents and all that. And now we're back to link you to the room so we can get more updates and fill you in with what's happening. Don't go anywhere.
May I, Electoral Commissioner for Ogun State, accompanied by the State Collection Officer for the presidential election for Ogun State, to make their presentation. I will come back to all the issues you have raised, I promise you. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Please resume your seat. You'll be given the opportunity to speak. Please resume your seat. Where is the mic?
Mr. Chairman, sir, I represent the Labour Party. We have made observations. We've craved the indulgence of the Commission to take seriously our observation, and it appears that the Commission is not willing to listen to our own observations. It is in this note that we have, as a party, believed in your own statement and in the statement of the Commission, which you have been promising Nigerians that you are going to conduct credible and acceptable election through the Vivas, which has been acclaimed, which has been said that it is going to be used for the purpose of uploading all the results. As it is, most of the results that have come so far were made observation. From the one that you have even declared here, we observed overvotings. And we have received from our own agent that the upload from the Bibas has not been taking place. So we therefore are not going to accept what we are presenting to us here. This is the position of the Labour Party.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Ina Okopi Agu. I'm the National Secretary of the African Action Congress. I'd like to refer us to the Electoral Act 2022 as amended. Section 64, subsection, you can refer to 64, section 64, subsection 4A and B. With your kind permission, I'll read. It says, a collation officer or returning officer at an election shall collate and announce the result of an election subject to his or her verification and confirmation that a number of accredited voters stated on the collated results are correct and consistent with the number of accredited voters recorded and transmitted, the keyword there is transmitted, directly from polling units under Section 40, subsection 2 of this Act as amended. B, the votes stated on the collated results are correct and consistent with the votes or results recorded and transmitted, keyword again, directly from polling units under Section 60, subsection 4 of the Act as amended. Now the point is, when I stood up the other time, the point we raised was that any scope that comes here to share and give Nigerians results from their state, you must demand from them. If these results they are uploading or they are giving to us here had been uploaded before presenting to Nigerians. This is a simple thing that we want, so that it is consistent with what the Electoral Act has requested the Commission to do. I don't know if this makes sense, sir. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Emeka Ihedio. Mr. Chairman, I can proudly say that I'm a person of high standing in our society. I've been a legislator for 12 years. I was a presiding officer. Mr. Chairman, I was elected by my people as their governor. Mr. Chairman, I understand the process and procedures. I'm a person who values the integrity of our system. But when there are doubts, it's important we all come up on one page. Sir, the desire of most Nigerians is that this process should be seen as free, fair, and transparent. I have been in contact with several agents of our parties across the country. Now, the fact is that results uploaded from polling units in a number of states are not what is being collated. Now, we've had incidents of hijack, we've had incidents of result writing, we've had incidents of manipulation. It makes sense that we interrogate these processes so that we, at this point, if a result is collated and we accept that those results are okay, then it's good to go. If we do not interrogate this process at this point, then it means that our business here has undermined the process. Mr. Chairman, I plead with you to appreciate the point we've raised and give some time to look at this so that the integrity is sustained. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Sorry, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for this opportunity. I want to actually refer the Commission because we have so much confidence, we from the political parties, we have so much confidence in your leadership. And we know, as a matter of fact, we've been engaged with a lot of quarterly meetings, we have discussed a lot, and we believe you want to give Nigerians the best. And the greatest thing you can do for us is, at the end of the day, let Nigerians, the votes that Nigerians casted be what will be declared. I am very much aware that Section 65 of the Electoral Act, I know this Commission has powers for review. If there are states, for instance, where there are discrepancies, I know Section 65, subsection C, that has to do with declaration of scores of candidates and the return of a candidate, provided that the Commission shall have the powers within 7 days to review the declaration and return where the Commission determines that the said declaration and return was not made voluntarily or was made contrary to the provisions of the law, regulations and guidelines, and the manual for election. Sir, please hearken to the cry and the voice of political parties, which I know and we trust you. Don't look at any pressure. We know you can handle this. After all, when forces we are trying to remove you as INEC chairman, we stood by you. And we believe you can give Nigerians the best. If there are areas where there are discrepancies, I know you have the powers to review. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Nkem Okando, agent for ADC. Mr. Chairman, I've actually listened to my colleagues, and I want to urge and plead, since it is obvious that the results, most of them have not been uploaded on the polling unit according to the electoral law that we just read. I want to appeal that we adjourn this session to maybe 24 hours to enable the state people, the state collection officers, to upload all their polling unit results so that we can proceed. Thank you.
Good day, Mr. Chairman. I still represent APP. Chinemeluba is my name. It is surprising that political parties who are supposed to be fighting now are in unison saying the same thing. Not just surprising, but fundamental. There is no point progressing in error, Mr. Chairman. We are racing to nowhere. This election started on Saturday. Today is almost over. I insist, in line with my colleagues here, that we get it right. Let us get it right before we proceed with the collation. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Dino Welaya, PDP. Mr. Chairman, they said the voice of the people is the voice of God. Those of us who spoke from this angle are representatives of the political parties that participated in this election. And it is only responsible for INEC to listen to us. When you made your presentation earlier, you made it look as if agents are just here to rubber stamp whatever the returning officers are presenting. Because you said you passed that stage, it's at the stage of ward polling units. But the provisions of Section 65 have already mandated you, because you are also a returning officer in this election. It's just the difference is that they are returning officers from the states and you are returning results for the presidential election. And the provision of Section 65 is very, very unambiguous and is clear. And it is that you have the power and capacity to review results here. And you cannot review results if there are no agitation of infractions from the political parties. And that is what we are saying. That we cannot move forward except the law is respected, except the promise you made to Nigerians. I have just done a little research. You have promised Nigerians 68 times that beavers will work. And my brother Barrister Festus Okoye, after I checked using Google machine, I've promised Nigeria 118 times that beavers will work. We want to see it work and working by going to the portal to see all these results. It worked in Edo, it worked in Osun, it must work in this presidential election. We cannot proceed with computation or collation of results when we cannot see. The confidence we have in this electoral act is the introduction of the electronic transmission of results. If that is not done, then there is no difference between what we are doing now and what we did in 2015, because what you are doing is practical manual collation. That means the billions of taxpayers' money, including mine, that was spent on the issue of beavers and transmission of electronic results is wasted. And we should not be wasters. We want a categorical response on this issue of uploading results. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Nze Frank White. I represent the APP. Mr. Chairman, last Saturday, Nigerians trooped out in their mass, in millions, because of the confidence that the electronic transmission of results put in them. They came out and You know, it was so massive that so many of them left what they're supposed to do. Those days of playing football in the streets, we are not seen on Saturday. Mr. Chairman, the integrity of this process will stand undermined if the electronic transmission that my colleagues here have requested is not guaranteed. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. First, I will seek a clarification. Do we speak as individuals or we speak for the parties? A situation where two persons are speaking on behalf of a party. I speak for APC, and I would not think, after I've spoken for APC, my colleague should also get up to say he's also speaking for APC. We are not, in my opinion, in a debate. I will also correct the impression when it was said that the political parties are in unison. We are not in unison with, excuse me, Mr. Senator Melaye and Right Honorable, with all respect, kindly let me speak. We are not in unison with them. A lot of law has been procured, preferred, and quoted here, most especially Section 65, which says the Commission shall have the powers. These powers have been conferred on the Commission by statute, and it is the discretion of the Commission to exercise its powers as it deems fit, and not whether we demand it or we want to proclaim or dictate it. Secondly, sir, the same section has gone further that a decision of the returning officer under subsection 1 may be reviewed by an election tribunal. And I think if we are not satisfied, like has been rightly said, the whole world is watching this process. We should let the process run its course. Like has been rightly observed, there were elections in other places, some of which have been contested in the courts. Why is this being made to be different? Let the results be presented. And just to add, that the provision of Section 66, subsection 4, that is now being misrepresented here, says upload from polling units. But we are not here to debate whether it was uploaded or not. That cannot be reviewed here. So my appeal is for the Commission to proceed with its constitutional duty and make the results available. If we are not satisfied, we will approach the election tribunal. And that is all we are praying for. Like we said, the whole world is watching us. I appeal, sir, Mr. Chairman, that you proceed and do the needful and exercise the powers conferred on you by both the Constitution and the Electoral Act, and let us have the results so we can take necessary steps as we may deem fit. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, any more?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. My name is Zafanaya Gisalo. I represent NRM. Mr. Chairman, I've been in the Parliament to also make the law and also make the Electoral Act. Like my Senior colleague said, Emeka Edoha. The law is there. The act is there. And just like the Section 65 have said, the power is given to the INEC to conduct this election. And election process has been laid down from the polling unit, which all of us went round to vote. And then after they are counted, the beavers were there to know the number of people, the agents were there, now the collation to the vote collection center. Everything was tight. The agents were there to see what all was done at the polling unit. And from there, the process is also there to go to the local government headquarters. This thing were done, and then subsequently move to the ward, move to the state. And in the state level, all these things were checked. And I don't think there was any problem. Other, all these things have been addressed right from there. Coming here to talk on this issue, we are contrary to some of the agents that have said whatever they mean, we should not derail this transition. We should not derail to deceive Nigerians on what is happening. What has come here is the right thing that has been done.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Clement Ojukwu. I represent Labour Party. Sir, this is democracy, and we have spoken on behalf of our people. As you have promised Nigerians before today that our votes are going to count, in addition to that, you told us, or you told Nigerians, that our result will be transmitted electronically. It is not too much to demand of you to fulfill your promises. Again, remind those that is telling you of your supreme powers. Tell them you are not a military officer, but you are a leader of democracy in this country. Please kindly do the needful by telling the coalition officers from the state to first tell us how these results were transmitted before now. Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Chairman, please.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Bame Vidieno, the agent for Young Progressives Party, YPP. I don't want to be seen to be taking sides on the side of anybody, but on the side of the law. I want to state that this is a fifth level of coalition. The first was at the polling unit, then at the ward coalition center, then local government coalition center, then the state coalition center, before coming to this coalition center, which is the fifth. And I think if there was any issue that should have been raised concerning transmission of results.
YPP 366 and ZLP 2392. The total number of party votes recorded during the state election, this 2023 presidential election, is 580,124. Total number of elected votes is 31324. And finally, the total vote count is 611,448.
Justifying that.
is in this hall today. And any individual that inflames this nation and create chaos, history will not forgive you. I appeal to you all. Every one of you have a very important point, and you have laid it out. Please, I don't also think in the Electoral Act that politicians have a right to stop this process. I don't like what has happened as an individual, but let's respect the law and let the law take its course. And you have every right to challenge the outcome. Please, my brother Dino and everybody, Emeka, please, on behalf of the entire nation, we are please asking you please to calm down. Let us have this process, and then we, civil society, will back you and challenge whatever it is. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have heard everything that you have said, but I'm going to comment on 3 issues. The first one, which was the starting point of all this lengthy conversation, is over the allegation of overvoting in the result presented yesterday from Ekiti State. What is overvoting? Where the total number of votes cast is higher than the number of accredited voters. Based on the original of the document signed by party agents at state level and the spreadsheet before me, there was no overvoting in Ekiti State. The total number of accredited voters is 315,058. That is what is on the authentic document. Any other figure that shows anything at variance with this did not emanate from the Commission. We provided a detailed breakdown of the scores by political parties across the board. Towards the end of the spreadsheet, we provided 3 columns. The first column is total valid votes, and that is 308,171. Total rejected votes, 6,301. Total votes cast, valid or rejected, is 314,472, which is actually lower than 315,058. Let me recap. Total number of accredited voters, 315,058. Total votes cast, both valid and invalid, is 314,472. There is no overvoting. When you compare the total number of votes cast and the number of accredited voters, if there is anything, you may actually say that there was undervoting, not overvoting. So that is my response to the first issue raised. And I repeat myself once again for clarity. If there is any figure different from what I have presented and what came from the manual forms completed by the State Collation Officer for the presidential election from Ekiti State, please discountenance that figure. It did not emanate from the Commission. I saw some postings on the social media to the effect that the Ekiti election result was published on the 20th of February, 5 days ahead of the election. And what is the evidence? They took the result presented yesterday and took the total number of registered voters for Ekiti State and concluded that the results were prepared several days before the election. All Nigerians will bear me witness that here in this hall, we presented the hard copies of the total number of registered voters in Nigeria on state-by-state basis and the number of PVCs collected. And that information, as we speak, is on the Commission's website. So if anybody is trying to be clever by half, by taking figures from somewhere and saying, oh, these results were published or released ahead of the election, that one can only pass for fake news. And I'm sure that we are responsible citizens not to fall for fake news. So my first response is that for the election results presented for Ekiti, there was no overvoting. Overvoting means the total number of votes cast is higher than the number of accredited voters. The number of accredited voters is in this particular case higher than the total number of votes cast. So that's my first response. My second response is, are the figures consistent from what transpired at the polling units and what was uploaded or ought to have been uploaded to the IRF portal? I am satisfied that the figures on this spreadsheet emanated from the process that transpired at the polling units. The polling units are the only places where citizens vote. Whatever you do thereafter is just collation of result. And we have provided the votes code by each political party. However, if any political party believes that the figures they have from the hard copies of the results given by their polling agents at the level of collation, that the figures are inconsistent with what has been provided on the spreadsheet that we projected yesterday, I would like that political party to forward the information to the Commission so that we can speak on the basis of facts. I like the suggestion made that the Commission has power under the Electoral Act to review results, but that power is contingent upon one procedure. The process has to be concluded first before you can then talk about power to review. I want to assure political parties that any evidence that you have of any alleged wrongdoing at any level of the process, whether it's at the polling unit or at collation level, please forward this information. And I promise you, as soon as the process is concluded, we will then do the review as provided by law. On this note, I beg you for us to proceed with the process. Thank you very much. Okay. Now that we have established calm, we can calmly proceed with the process and conclude in the best interests of our country. So may I invite the resident electoral commissioner for Ogun State to to introduce himself, and for the state coalition officer for the presidential election from Ogun State to similarly introduce himself and present the result from Ogun State. The resident electoral commissioner.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. My name is Olani Ijalai. I am the resident electoral commissioner, INEC in Ogun State.
Thank you very much, distinguished chairman of INEC. My name is Professor Kayode Adebowale, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ibadan, and I'm the State Coalition Officer for the presidential election scope of the 25th of February, 2023 in Ogun State. The result for the presidential election held on the 25th of February, 2023 in Ogun State are as follows. Total number of registered voters. Total number of registered voters. 2,688,305. 2,688,305. Total number of accredited voters, 612,341. 612,341. The total number of votes received by the presidential candidate of each of the political parties are as follows. Party A. Party A. 1153.
Sound check 1 2 3. Sound check 1 2 3.
AA.
Sound check 1 2 3.
AA. 331. 331. AAC. AAC 923. 923. ADC. ADC 10529. 10529. ADP. ADP 1734. 1734. APC. APC 341554. 341554. APGA APGA. APGA APGA 934. 934. APM. APM.
Test.
0
Test.
2 6 0 1 2. APP. APP 3 2 6. 3 2 6.
Test.
BP. BP 374. 374. LP. LP 85829. 85829. NNPP 2200 2200. NRM 542 542. PDP 1 2 3 8 3 1 1 2 3 8 3 1. PRP 356 356. SDP 738 738. YPP 366 366. ZLP 2392. Total number of valid votes. Total number of valid votes 580,124. 580,124. Total number of rejected votes. Total number of rejected votes 31324. 31324. Total vote cast. Total votes cast 611,448. 611,448. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Prof. and Scope for Ogun State. Were there places where election was not held or the outcome of the election cancelled?
There are places where we have cancellation. They have been compiled. The respective forms, which is EC 40G, was filled during the state collation exercise yesterday. They were all displayed. And the reasons for the cancellation ranges from overvoting. There are some that voters refuse to use the BVAS. And also there are some that was disruption, which probably some thugs came, but they did not cut away with any election material in any of our polling stations throughout Ogun State.
Okay, thank you very much. Party agents, any comments or observations to the scope? Okay, please submit your result.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Scope. And the original handwritten completed Form ECAD has been duly countersigned by agents of political parties present during state collation in Abeokuta. Thank you. Thank you, BC. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Great. Thank you very much. And I wish you all thank you. Thank you. Okay, Collation Secretariat, what state is next? Oyo, where is Ramon Taylor, the resident electoral commissioner? Oyo? Okay, no, Oyo is there, and there is another state also in the holding area. So, are you ready, Oyo? Okay, please come forward along with the state collation officer. So, Rek, please introduce yourself, and the Scope should introduce himself and present the results for Oyo State.
My name is Dr. Taylor Adeniran Abdurrahman, the resident electoral commissioner of your state.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I am Professor Olushola Babatunde Kehinde, the Vice Chancellor, Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, and the State Collation Officer for the presidential election in Oyo State. Thank you, sir. For the presidential election that held on the 25th of February 2023, we have the following as the results of the election. 1. The total number of registered voters in Oyo State. Total number of registered voters. 3276675. 3276675. Total number of accredited voters, 854,439. 854,439. The total number of votes received by the presidential candidate of each of the political parties are as follows. Party A, 39514. 39514. Party AA, 1124.
Sound check, sound check. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
Your name is Ibrahim Umar Farouk?
Yes, Ibrahim Umar Farouk.
And you're the Labour Party?
I'm the National Secretary of the Labour Party. I'm also the returning agent for the presidential election.
All right, Mr. Farouk. Give me a sense of what has been happening here today, and are you satisfied with proceedings so far?
Absolutely not. We are not satisfied, and we have, as you can see, we have been observing the submission from INEC.
Right.
We have observed and reported an overvoting.
Overvoting in what specific areas?
From Ekiti State, the result they have submitted.
Right.
We calculated it, and there is an overvoting, and the chairman is vehemently claiming that there is no overvoting. And as such, we have also received report from our polling agent that the Vivas machine that is supposed to have ensured the credibility of this election is being compromised. INEC have stated that its machine, its server, had glitches between the hour of 2, from 2 p.m. on Saturday and up to some time that they have glitches. So it has been having glitches, and they always say that it's going to be so. So meaning that there is no how result will be uploaded. So it has been compromised, and they are telling us now that we should accept what they are presenting. What we have our own observation, and they have what even actually surprised us is that the INEC chairman categorically endorsed what the APC representative are telling him, that we should agree with the result and then we meet in court.
I would just like to know, was there any point during the collation in Ekiti that your party agents there raised this concern? Did they even sign the result sheets over there?
We have not signed the result, and we have made the observations, and that is why we are raising the observation here. You understand? Because the result have been doctored, and that is why even the one they are presenting here, that's an overvoting. Overvoting started right from the beginning. So in most of the states, most of the states, it's almost all over.
But what evidence are you presenting to challenge this right now?
Look, you see, that is what they should have called for. The chairman should have called for the evidence that we have. But he said no, we should submit it after he has already declared the result.
But of course, Nigerians will be wondering if this is the place or the time for you to be challenging the results and not even the court.
But this is the best time.
Not the court?
You can't just go and after you have lost, then you go to court. No.
Isn't that the practice? When you have any issues with the
when you observe
you go to court.
As a responsible and intelligent people, we are representing the teeming voters, those who have obediently voted for our candidates. We hold them in trust. They send us here on trust that we should do anything that is possible to protect the vote that they have casted. And when we see those votes that they have casted are being compromised, they are being changed, they are being undermined, shall we keep quiet and say that they should meet in court? No. We have to tell the world that the system has been compromised, and the people should know that we have represented them and we have stood clearly to defend the cause at which you will stand for.
Okay, now while you deal with that phone call, very last question. The PDP agent has already, staged the walkout. Yes, let's quickly hear your thoughts. Did you also stage a walkout with the PDP?
It's not the issue of with PDP. We have observed there is infraction, there is wrongdoing, there is a deliberate attempt. You understand, to compromise the system. So we walk out. If PDP decided to follow us, good and fine.
Okay.
If any other political party decides to follow us, good and fine. But as it is now, PDP followed us. Other political parties follow us. Right. I've first made observation.
So you're no longer going to be a part of this process. That is it for you.
As far as you're concerned, we are out.
Right.
So let us see if they will do it alone.
Okay. All right. We've been talking to Ibrahim Umar Farouk. He's the party agent of the Labour Party and, of course, the National Secretary. Thank you very much for talking to us this afternoon. We wish you all the best. All right. That's all for now on TV Afrique's continuing coverage of the 2023 presidential election. We're live at the Coalition Center. We'll bring you more live interviews in the course of this afternoon and, of course, in the evening. Shego Jumu signing out for now. Bye-bye.
State, is the REC and the State Collection Officer around? Is the REC as well as the scope? Okay.
My name is Ibrahim Abdullahi, the resident electoral commissioner, Yobe State.
My name is Professor Umaru A. Vice Chancellor of the Federal University Kashere in Gombe State. I am the State Coalition Officer for the presidential election of 25 February 2023 in Yobe State. With me is Ibrahim Abdullahi, the resident electoral commissioner for Yobe State. The result for the presidential election held on 25th February 2023 in Yobe State are as follows. Total number of registered voters, 1485146. Total number of registered voters, 1485146. Total number of accredited voters, 398874. Total number of accredited voters, 398874. Total number of votes received by the presidential candidate of each of the political parties are as follows. A party, 312. A party, 312. AA, 915. AA, 915. AAC, 221. AAC, 221. ADC, 1034. ADC, 1034. ADP, 1295. ADP, 1295. APC, 15145. APC, 15145. Am I correct? Okay. 151459. ABGA, 875. ABGA, 875. APM, 472. APM 472. APP 256. APP 256. BP 149. BP 149. LP 2406. LP 2406. NNPP 18270. NNPP 18270. NRM 672. NRM 672. PDP 198567. PDP 198567. PRP 265. PRP 265. SDP 192. SDP 192. YPP 630. YPP 630. ZLP 407. ZLP 407. Total number of valid votes 378397. Total number of valid votes 378397. Total number of rejected votes 18934. 18934. Total votes cast 397331. Total votes cast 397331. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Any polling units where elections were not held or cancelled?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. 1 in Fika. We had one of the polling booths with about 768 voters registered, and total number of PVCs collected 768, but because of faulty BVA, they couldn't vote. Then we also had Jakusko with LG code 04, one polling unit also affected with about 1073 voters. There was destruction of polling materials, and because of that, it was cancelled. The reports are attached to the submission here, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you very much. Any comments, any observation? Okay, please take. understand that Enugu State will be ready in the next 10 minutes. So wait for the next 10 minutes to take Enugu. I also understand that Lagos and Gombe are approaching the building. Thank you. So 10 minutes, we'll take Enugu State.
So they've got 10 minutes break, after which they'll return, and I think they said they'll go to Enugu State. But a couple of states have been declared here today: Oyo, Ogun, Yobe, and counting. So the APC clinching Oyo, Ogun, and the PDP clinching the Yobe states. So more results expected after all the drama that we saw that went